So today I'm going to be showing you how I make my sauce. And start off with just putting the tomatoes, I float them in a sink full of water. Then you can just slosh them around and it gets most of the dirt and bugs and everything off of them. Next, I'll come over here and we come in here and cut the top and that little core out. Chunk that in a scrap bucket for my chickens. And then we cut these big tomatoes down into chunks, which that's about the size chunks that will fit through my food strainer. And we just feed those in and crank the handle and it'll spit the seeds and skins out one side and all the sauce will come out a different chute, and then we'll boil that down to make our sauce. Here is the sauce maker I use. This is kind of my setup here. Sauce comes out this chute into the bowl, and out that end chute all the skins and seeds will come out. There's all my cut up tomatoes, and you just take those and feed them in the hopper. And hopefully I can show you all this in action. And it's that easy. I do rerun the skins because I haven't cooked them or blanched them or anything, so they're a little firm, and if you rerun the skins you'll get another pretty much full bowl of sauce out of it. And as this bowl fills up, I go and dump it into my pot on the stove, which I really like this pot. It's got the measurements down the back side of it, so I will fill it up. Usually from one of those plastic totes I get about 14 or 15 quarts of sauce, which I will boil down to 7 quarts, but I'll show you all that in a little bit. We've got a little bit over 14 quarts of sauce in the pot. Now we're just gonna click that on and we'll get it heated up, and it'll hit a certain stage where there's lots of foam on the top, and you kind of just keep skimming that off. If you don't, it'll boil over, but you skim that foam off, and once you get to a rolling boil, you can just kind of stir it every 10 or 15 minutes and it's not this big a deal. But you gotta nurse the pot a little bit as you get through that foamy stage. Otherwise, it'll boil over and make a big old mess on you. And I'll turn that camera on again once we get to the foaming stage. I messed up and did not show. I forgot to push record when I was doing my seasoning mixing and thickening the sauce. So here's kind of an overview of what I did. I put kosher salt, and I don't have any measurements for anything. It's probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the salt, onion, garlic, and both of those is probably about 1/3 to 1/2 cup, and a little bit more than that of the Italian seasonings. And I have all this stuff fresh, which might be better, but we like really thick sauce, so I like to use the dry seasonings because I boil the sauce down just as hard as I can, and once it's as thick as possible, I add my dry seasonings. And I wish I'd have got the video because it's really cool. You can see the difference. Maybe I'll make a video next time I make sauce, but you can see how much thicker this sauce gets as you add in all the dry seasonings. So we add the dry seasonings in, and that really thickens the sauce. And after we do that, we throw it in quart jars. So there's our finished product. It's pretty thick. For quarts, you water bath cans, so no pressure, just completely submerge the jars over the top in water and boil them for about 40 minutes. And that's it. So there's a quick look at how I do my sauce. If y'all have any questions about it, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.